In today's video, I have to survive 100 days in a cloud realm that was once peaceful but now overrun by the creatures from the abyss. And I have 3 objectives. First, build a fortified base in the clouds that will be self-sustaining and efficient. Second, defeat creatures that made their way here from the abyss below, like the Corrupted Enderman and King Blaze. Third, prepare and spawn in the flame snake, a giant serpent overlooking the clouds gone berserk. His flames can engulf the whole cloud realm if not stopped. Will I make it? Will I survive? Tune in to find out. On day 1, I spawned in on the edge of a cloud, and it was the beginning of my adventure, and the first thing that I did is go and break a tree nearby. I needed some tools, as I don't know what kind of monsters can be lurking on this cloud with me, and as you can also see, the cloud is pretty large. There are areas with trees, land, and even mountains. But as I got my wooden tools, I went exploring until I came across some stone, which I mined and then upgraded my tools. I then came across a large green field. It's pretty cool as we're on a cloud and there's a nothing at the bottom, but I still see some areas which are normal at the top. After I got some coal, I saw a pack of cows and decided to get some food. Sorry little cows, but I needed to survive on this cloud. I then ran around until I came across iron. I made a furnace and started cooking food, as well as mining the iron beside me. This is really good find, as I'm not sure I can even get diamonds in this place. I then made a second furnace, and while it was smelting, I got some more. I made an iron sword and waited until nighttime for the rest to finish cooking, which was pretty long, and then I ran until I found a few sheep to craft a bed with. As I crafted it and slept until the next morning, that was the first day done. It was time now to build something interesting because I'm on a cloud and my supplies are limited. I decided to build my first ever cobblestone generating machine. I don't want to mine large chunks of this place because that means I'll have less land to live on. But as I made 2 hoppers, I noticed I won't have enough items, so I went exploring again. I quickly found more iron, which was great, and then even found a lava lake. My only other ingredient was water, and since we're on a cloud, I didn't have any problems fighting it at the very edge of a cloud. As I got back to the base, it was already getting late, so I decided to build a quick infinite water pool, and then I went to sleep. And on the next day, I placed all the iron I found in the furnace and began building this machine. Okay guys, I'm like an OG Minecraft player, but I was never about building, so forgive me if I make a mistake on this cobblestone generator machine. But as I placed the first chest, I needed more wood, so I went ahead and got some nearby from a few big trees. And as I got back, I even made more hoppers. It was my first time building a machine like this, but what they will do is catch any items and automatically store them in the chest. I surrounded this place in cobble and made a few staircases to place on the sides, a wooden sign to stop the water from flowing in, and finished with the cobblestone wall, and then it was time to place the water and on top of it, the lava. So just gonna finish this top part here, and right over here goes lava. Yep, I have 3 whole buckets, and let's test this out. And as it was done, I tried it for the first time, and it seemed to work, but it had a flaw where for some reason it didn't collect the items into the chest using the hoppers. Okay, that is not a problem, guys. Believe me, that is not a problem. I have been working with tougher programs and stuff like that in general, so I think if I just take out these 2 lava buckets, maybe that will fix the whole thing. And let's see. Yep, I still get cobblestone, and let's see if it actually drops. Oh no. This was really bad, so I had to spend a lot of time experimenting with how the items were dropped into the chests. Okay, put this here. Let's see if that works. Let's hope, and let's check the chest. Oh, okay, I think I get it. Oh, it's in the hopper. Okay, yep, I have totally got this. But then I got it right by placing it above the chest, and when I found the reason it didn't work, I quickly fixed it in the main machine. I mean, sorry guys, but I'm just not that great of a mechanic. I also placed the chests in a different position, and when it was time to test it, it had worked perfectly. My infinite cobblestone machine was done, and I also didn't have to roam the perfect land on this cloud to build anything I wanted. I then spent a lot of time just mining enough cobblestone. And when I had enough, I collected it all from the chests and then digged a bit of dirt. But as it was late, I went to sleep and continued on the next day, as now it was the time to build my magnificent base. Leveling the foundation, I wanted to build a house that I could sleep in and store all of my stuff, and also show my progress on this cloud. What's like super good, guys, is that I actually have my own cobblestone generator, so this doesn't like really, I'm not mining the cloud itself, so I'm like using my own cobblestone, so that's dope. I'm just gonna replace the ground floor with cobblestone as well for it to be like perfect. Yep, just like that. Beautiful, it's gonna look super nice. As I placed the foundation, I began building the cobblestone walls. I'm like literally making a castle. Okay, so just gonna get the roofing tiles like that. There we go. These are gonna be like my huge windows. As you guys know, if you haven't seen my videos before, I like to make huge windows. And as the stone frame was about done, I went and made a few chests to put inside, and then continued working on the roof. The house was getting along perfectly, and with my cobblestone generator, I hardly ruined the environment, which I didn't have a lot of. I crafted wooden doors, but as I placed them, something looked off. I didn't like how it looked and changed them to iron doors. That's much better. I then made another crafting table and placed all of my stuff into one of these chests before heading into the cloudy desert exploring again for stuff to find. And when I was losing all hope, I finally found a batch of sand. It was on the edge of the world, and I think it was even a bug that I found it, because how random it was, and there's like no sand anywhere at all apart from this little space. But happiest I ever was, I get back home and put it all to smelt in the furnace, and then while it's cooking I go to the cobblestone generator machine and mine it until it's late, and then I go off to bed to finish this day as well. And on the next day I collect the glass and place the windows on my house. I gotta say, it's really well built and in a really nice location, as this cloud isn't that big, and I'm surprised by how much it has to offer. But I craft a few levers for the iron doors, and after putting them outside the house, I decided to break and place them inside the house. This way the doors are always open when I'm out, and when I'm inside the base, I just switch the levers and they close, which is perfect. But then as I begin exploring again, I see some large black golems on a mountain, and as I get closer, they start fighting me and swinging at me. I catch a lot of airtime before landing. I quickly run away as I have zero armor yet, and I didn't think I'd run into any dangerous mobs on this cloud, but it seems I was wrong. So I started collecting iron and even come across some gold. A lot of ore is just exposed in this place right on the surface of the small mountains, which is really useful because there aren't any caves or any real depth to this place. But as I place the iron to cook in the furnace, I see how beautiful this place is. We are on a literal cloud and I can easily fall off it, and having such a terrain with mountains and trees really helps me to survive. But as I saw some dangerous mobs before, I gotta make sure to craft myself a shield and armor to protect myself, as it seems I'm not alone on this cloud. And all geared up, I'm finally ready to collect my crafting bench and furnace and then begin running again. And a while later, on the edge of the world, where clouds begin to drop off into the abyss, I notice a bunch of pillagers. I start fighting them, but then I'm puzzled as to what they could be doing on the edge of the world. But I build a cobblestone bridge across one of the edges and go in for the fight. How is there so many of you guys? How is there so many? Did you fly here? Did you ship here? Did you like teleport yourself here? What happened? And what were you protecting? Oh, got the flag, voluntary exile, there we go. Okay, so I actually have to be really careful. There's like way too many of them. I should probably get a golden apple or two for this. There's so many of them here, I guess they're protecting something. But I get dropped to 2.5 hearts at one point. Luckily, I had a lot of food and also prepared myself by crafting the shield and armor, because otherwise I'd have to get out of here as quickly as possible. But now I can fight them. I epically run up, dodging the last guy's arrows, and Sparta kick him into the abyss, and then see a chest in the distance. It's right on the edge on one of the cloud pieces that's not connected to this world. I build up to it, and inside there's a bunch of golden apples and ingots, chest plate, and also some bread. This loot looks pretty awesome, but with the battle finished, I go back to my base, and as I'm done exploring this area, I craft a hoe, as getting the bread from that chest reminded me that animals aren't infinite in this place, so being sustainable without them is really important. I choose a good location and start digging for the farm. It needs to be pretty large, as I'm not sure if I can drag some animals all across the island to my base to farm them, because as I run around I hardly saw any anywhere near here. This was a hard job, but I needed to get a sustainable food source, and digging the ground up I went back to the base and got the seeds and water buckets from the chest. I scooped up some water and then poured it all the way down, planted the seeds, and I would expand the farm in the future, but for now I still had a few animals around, and this size was well enough for me alone. But as nighttime hit, I saw a bunch of wither skeletons spawning in. I crafted a few torches and went to fight them, as I never saw them pop out here before. When they hit me, my hearts turned black, but I managed to fight all of them without any major problems, except for an occasional stake to heal my hearts back. That last skeleton actually got me pretty low. Wither skeleton, get out of here. This is my one cloud. You can't be here. You're not the creature of the night. Yeah, give me some bones. Oh, 1.5 hearts. Oh, that's so close. And as I went back to my base from this fight, I got into my bed and slept through the night. But on the next day, when I opened the door, there was a note on the ground. I read it, and it said that a monster appeared from beneath the clouds, and that it was close to my base, and I had to go and fight it. I don't have a clue who left this note, but yesterday I did notice that the wither skeletons were a weird thing. Usually the nights were pretty peaceful here, apart from the last one, so something is definitely up. But as I ran in the direction the book said, I saw in the distance some guy. He was on the edge of the clouds, and coming up closer I saw there were 2 chests of treasure as well. So the boss's name was Sanctum Keeper, and when I started fighting him, he had a lot of health. Okay, so just gonna pressure the Sanctum Keeper. This is like our first actual boss. That's actually so dope. And he looks like he's doing a little bit of damage, but I've got my shield with me, and he actually stunned me a little bit, so that's not good. But yeah, I'm doing some good deeps on him, so that's pretty chill. He also did quite a lot of damage, but that was because I had iron armor on. I also pulled up a lava bucket and tried burning him, but I forgot that these clouds are actually made out of wool and snow, but that basically meant I was burning a giant hole in the ground. Learn from mistakes, guys. Learn from my mistake. Never use a lava bucket on a cloud. Oh, that's gonna be super bad. This lava is gonna absolutely ruin this cloud. I'm gonna have to, like, put it out in the future, or hopefully the snow won't let it get past. But the fire worked, and I managed to defeat him after a few more hits. He was still the most difficult boss I came across on this island though, and I saw already a bunch of pretty dangerous mobs around here. It seemed this cloud wasn't as peaceful as I hoped, but all we have to do is cleanse this place back to normal from these creatures, and then it's all gonna be good again. As I went to loot one of the chests, there were 4 netherite apples and also a netherite reinforced shield. This was pretty cool, as that was high-end nether loot, and the other chest also had warped planks and spruce saplings. The trees would be great for me to build a farm with for more wood and resources, and the nether gear saved me some time from getting it myself from the nether, which was pretty awesome. But I wonder if more of these guys from the nether will try to climb up to the top of this cloud realm. But as I ran back home, I saw another mob that was out of place. Coming in closer, it turned out that it was King Blaze. I immediately started battling him, but these nether creatures coming up from the depths below were a pretty serious thing, and they were getting stronger as well. This King Blaze was a really tough boss. Okay, you know one thing that I'm missing from this fight It's a bow and some water because I need water to protect myself from the fire. You see, like, I can't even get to him close. And also, without a bow, I cannot shoot him. So I'm gonna have to actually play this really strategically. He also had this special attack where he dropped a bunch of meteorites on the ground. They hit me, and in a normal scenario, I would take the damage and that's it. But here it was a lot more deadlier, as some clouds could be thin, and I'd fall to my death if I ever got struck by a meteorite and it broke the floor beneath me. This is super, so I'm gonna use this water and actually create like lifts of water into his hole and also put out all the fires that can damage me. But because King Blaze has buried himself underground in a hole made of fire, I saw a chance and picked up a few water buckets. And coming into his den, I poured them in so I could easily and safely drop down and continue this battle. Yeah, just like that, just like that. Some water, oh, there we go, there we go. Some water into his hole. Yep, just a little bit further, there we go. Okay, so this is gonna put out all the fires in that hole, and I'm also gonna get some more water just in case he does like make a fire somehow, and in case I do need it. There he is. This is perfect. He can't even shoot me. Oh no, he can't. He also kept in spawning magma slimes, and I guess they are his minions, and they were also a hassle. I had to eat a few of my golden apples, and I didn't have any diamond or netherite armor. I had a normal iron armor, and it's all the ore I could find in this place, so I was really undergeared for this battle. But as I got him to about half of his health, I saw that he was in a corner. I punched him repeatedly and sort of pinched him into a corner. I could do big damage that way, and I was also kinda lucky he decided to bury himself in this lair, as if he was flying around above the ground, it would have been a much harder fight, because I don't have a bow crafted. I also think the meteorites he sent from the top to fall on me couldn't reach me anymore, as we were underground, so this was another plus that I fought him underground. But as he kept damaging my health, I had to eat my last golden apple. I still had 3 netherite left, but that was all my golden ones gone. He was low on health, so I had to take my chances and defeat him right here and right now. And as I did my final swing, he started exploding. I was on low health as well, but I managed to defeat him. I tried to see if he dropped any good loot, but he unfortunately didn't. That was a massive bummer, as I hoped for something good. But these nether creatures just started popping up out of nowhere, so I guess I could get another chance at some point again to get some good loot from a boss. Before I do head off home, I will grab a little bit of more water with me. Yeah, there it is, my last 2 drops of water. Let's go. The place was still burning, but since it was on the edge of the cloud and far away from my house, I figured it was all good. But I kept exploring this cloud area, and as it seemed there was a massive influx of these bosses here. But as nighttime came, I decided to craft a bed and sleep. I didn't want to fight any packs of the wither skeletons again, and when I woke up I saw an enderman in the distance. He spotted me from a mile away and started running right at me with his mouth open, which was super creepy. As I hit him, he multiplied into multiple bodies. This wasn't a normal enderman, as he had a boss health bar and it said he was a corrupted. But I saw that he had a few chests beside him and that he was guarding them. He was powering up and I quickly got in and scooped up some really good gear. This chest had a bunch of ender pearls, a full netherite armor, as well as a sword and a pickaxe. This was insanely powerful loot compared to my iron armor, so I quickly put it on before the enderman attacked me again. And as I was ready, I ran up to him, but then I saw that he was spawning in corrupted maggots on the ground. He would spawn them throughout the whole fight, and I had to keep a count on them while fighting him at the same time, as if I didn't keep control of them, he would spawn too many and at some point I'd be overrun and killed. Corrupted Enderman, wow, you're such a boss, jeez. There's like 10 of them, I think, in one place, and I have to defeat all of them, and he keeps on hitting me. This armor is like really powerful, so that's why I'm not taking any damage. Oh, dude, he would be so deadly if not for this armor. The battle was reckless, as he would just keep teleporting away and then be able to attack me. He would also spawn in an army of these corrupted maggots that would mess me up. And I also had damaged him, but he didn't take any damage. And that is until I figured that he was a multiplication of 10 Enderman in one. That meant he had 10 health pools, and I had to defeat all of them, and the last one would be his real one. But as I kept punching him, blocking with my shield any attacks he did, I also had to keep control of the things he was spawning on the ground. He was a lot stronger than a normal Enderman. So I think I got really lucky to grab this powerful netherite gear from the chest before I defeat him, because with iron armor, this would have been a lot of trouble and a lot more difficult. Like, the damage he did was just an insane amount compared to a normal Enderman, and I was in full reinforced netherite armor, so this is super crazy.
Okay, so I do have a plan. For that, I need to regen my health. Okay, so I need to get out of here. He's hitting me pretty hard.
I used one of the pearls to teleport away from him for a moment to catch my breath, as this battle was really long, and then I jumped back to keep fighting him. As I was defending myself with the shield and he was getting me to really low health again, I swing with my sword and finally bring him down. This battle was over, but I still had to clear out his minions he spawned in on the ground. And he also dropped a diamond and some ender pearls on the floor. I picked them up and headed back to my base. I placed the diamonds in a special chest, crafted an iron axe, and then headed out and found a bunch of pigs. They were getting rarer every single day, and I was driving far away from my base every day to find them also. But nevertheless, I had a full wheat farm grown back at home, so food was not as scarce as before. And as I got back home, I crafted a lot more golden apples, since I ran out in that last fight. I noticed a wither health bar on the top of my screen. I quickly left my house and ran around looking for it. It was crazy, a boss spawned in right beside my base somewhere, so I have to find him. And then in some random field, I saw a giant hole in the ground, and inside was the Wither. I jumped in as I was ready to battle him, with my golden apples and netherite armor all at hand.
There we go. Look who I found, guys. Just gonna get myself some lifts with the water buckets. Just create like a really good place for me to fight him, because he's gonna like fly up. Yep, there he is. Super dangerous. Let's go.
But as he flew up, I placed a water bucket on the ground. He was barraging me with rockets, and I didn't want him to explode a hole underground for me to fall in and fall through the clouds essentially. And if he hits the water, he can't break the blocks this way. And as he was also in the air, I threw an ender pearl to get out of the hole.
Okay, take two. Let's try this a second time, but with actually like water lifts this time. That was the plan initially, but I didn't do it, so there we go. This is gonna be great. Second time the charm, as they say. So where is he? Just gonna regen my health. There he is. We can all see you, Wither.
I then run around and saw that he was back inside, so I jumped in again, but now I had a lot of waterways from every side, so he couldn't break the blocks, and I could also use them as elevators to reach him while he was in the air. But at least that was the plan, because what happened was he flew out, damaged me to really low health, and I had to run for my life again.
Oh no, Wither, leave me alone, Wither. I have to use my shield, guys, to protect myself. This is awful. I have to run away. He's too strong for me. I can't hit him with my sword. He needs to be like super low or something. And I also need a bow. I need to craft myself a bow maybe and somehow lose him in the trees.
I got cover from behind a tree, as he wouldn't be able to just shoot at me through it. And as I got my strength back, I went out and fought him again.
It's like he's playing peekaboo over these trees. I mean, this was my initial plan. Oh, there he is. Oh, no. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Okay, so a golden apple for the win. If I survive this, please let me survive this. I just need to craft myself a bow and somehow defeat him. Can I land a few hits? Yes, I can. He has so much health, guys. Did you see that? He's so strong.
But then at one moment I noticed that he got stuck behind the trees. I quickly run out and back to my base, where I crafted a bow. I needed something to hit him with, as this sword was just not doing it in this battle. And running back, I also saw some creepers, which were a first. I don't know how they spawned in, but when I got back to the tree, the Wither King was still there. But now I had a bow and I could finally hit him as he flew around.
Okay guys, I'm back for round 3. Round 3, let's go. I got my bow with me. Let's see if this plays out as the way I wanted. Oh, there he is. He's stuck in the trees. Can I hit him through the trees? Oh, the trees do AoE damage. That means I can hit the trees and he takes damage from them. Oh, that's super cool. Because if I shoot him directly, his arrows, he like deflects arrows really. But if I shoot the trees beside him, the explosion does like way huge damage. This is super awesome. Okay, so the trees are like my only way of fighting him. Look, why is he squirming so much? Why is he squirming? Stop squirming. Okay, so I'm just gonna regen my health and play it super safe. Super safe. There he is. There he is.
As he was shooting me, I had to dodge and run from his attacks. And he also got me to really low health at one point. Even netherite armor was not enough to protect me from his heavy damage. And as I was shooting him, at one point he started spinning, and I guess this powers him up.
Okay, take cover behind the trees, take cover behind the trees. This is super dangerous. He's like super strong.
I ran and climbed on a tree. My health was low throughout this whole fight, as no matter how many apples I was eating, he was still beating me down.
Is this my chance to finally beat him? Let's go, let's go. Oh, I got him in the corner. Oh, we won't have hearts. Oh, come on, golden apple for the win. Let's see if I can win this.
And it was already starting to become nighttime, but I was still in this intense battle. I had a single golden apple left, which wasn't really good, but I did try my best to hit him with my bow whenever I could. And then just run around the trees so they'd protect me and work for me as cover. But at the final moment, I managed to pinch him close to the ground with my sword and managed to finally bring him down. This was an insane battle, but I managed to barely survive it and kill him. He dropped a Nether star, which was pretty cool, but I spent the whole day eating through my whole golden apple stack to bring him down, so this fight was difficult to the very last second. But I started running back to my base. My next goal was to get obsidian. I wanted to bring the final boss from the depths of the Nether up into this cloud domain to fight him head on. He was constantly pushing his minions into this cloud world, so the only way to end it would be to battle him.
Okay, so gonna use some water to actually get some obsidian from this lava pond. Oh, careful, careful. Okay, so I only have, I think, 1 bucket, so that's not good, but okay, here we go. I need all of the obsidian I can get. I am gonna build something really awesome.
So as I got enough obsidian, I went back to the base and took some glass out of the furnace. I combined the Nether star with some glass and obsidian and created a beacon. It would stand as the feat of my strength and a reminder of what a struggle that boss was. And after I slept, I started a new day. I wanted to do one more thing before going into the Nether, and that was to climb the mountain where I saw the stone golems before, which knocked me around whenever I didn't have any armor on.
FYI guys, we are not on mountains. Yep, these are not mountains, these are clouds. We are on a big cloud.
And as I climbed the peak, here they were, but this guy was a bit different from before. I was ready for this battle anyway. Since having defeated all of the bosses, I finally had some type of loot to defend myself with. But shooting the golem with the arrows and a sword, I understood that since he was a stone golem, the thing that could damage him the most was a pickaxe. Luckily, I had it on hand, so I fought him with a pickaxe.
Don't mind my elite skills. Shoot him, shoot him. I don't think he takes damage from anything really apart from a sword or a pickaxe. Oh no, I ate the wrong golden apple. Oh, oh, this is bad.
And as he died, he dropped a few blocks, and when I went exploring the peak of this mountain further, I came across another 2 golems. One of them was diamond, which was super rare on this cloud. As I got closer, they still kept launching me with their attacks, so I was still a punching bag for them. But since I had netherite armor, a shield, and even better food, I could now have a chance against them.
I keep hitting him. I keep hitting him. And look, it's like he's not even taking any damage. Oh, there's 2 of them now. 2 of them. I gotta be really careful with my health. Because, oh, I got one. Yay, I got one. TP out. Haste 2. I got haste 2, guys. That's super dope. Yep, golden apple for the win.
When I defeated the golem, which had diamond veins inside of him, he dropped 3 ore blocks. I placed them on the ground and mined them for diamonds. This is my first time getting diamonds, as you can see, which is supposed to be super easy in a 100-day survival video, but I was on a cloud and it just didn't spawn here. The only way to get diamonds in this world is through golems and random chests, which makes it even rarer. Going in, I fought the final golem. There were a lot of them for some reason, but I made sure to clear out the whole mountain peak, as they didn't hold off when I was only starting off with no armor.
Here, let me play with you. A bucket of lava. Oh, is he walking around? No, he's on fire, so you can't take damage. Yep, he's on fire, guys. He's taking a lot of damage now. I am hitting him with my sword. Oh, there he is. He died. Oh.
And as I was done, I decided down and then ran back to my base. And when I got back, I remembered to put the pillager flag I got from way before. It got lost in one of my chests, but now it's too tall and proud for any more pillagers to come and see. And then I built the Nether portal. It was time to dive into the Nether, gather the materials I needed to summon the final hell boss into the cloud domain, and destroy him here.
This took way longer than expected, guys, but here we are. I got some flint and I crafted flint and steel, and let's get into this portal now. Hopefully my house does not get destroyed while I'm here and I can safely return back home. But yep, here we are in the Nether, looking pretty cool, pretty normal actually. It's not on a cloud or anything like that, so looks really normal so far. I do need to find some blazes for the steel rods. Yep, steel rods are really important. I need them like ASAP.
Right away, after exploring for a few minutes, I saw another fortress. Inside it were blazes, which dropped blaze rods. I would need one of them as a material to summon the final boss in my cloud domain.
Check out my trick shot skills. Oh, no, get out. Oh, come on, golden apples. Yes, I do have them. Let's go. Oh, 2 hearts, 2.5 hearts, and we survived that so easy. Oh, that was way too close. Let's see if I hit this one, and yes, I did. Another one for the win. Oh, 1.5 hearts, guys. Super dangerous. So I'm gonna crawl in from beneath the terrible fortress. There we go, the achievement. I'm gonna crawl in from beneath. Hopefully they will not see me. I am using cobblestone from my farm. Let's see if anyone's here. I can hear blazes and I can actually see them. Here they are.
So running through the temple, I came across the spawner and farmed a bunch of them. I was also wondering, what if I made this a part of my base in the Nether? There's a lot more land here than on that cloud, and I could also grab endless blocks from here, like netherrack, to build anything I wanted in the cloud world. But this good plan was for another time, because I got enough blaze rods and I went back to the portal.
To be honest, I am practically done here. I did collect all of my blaze rods. Oh, they are shooting pretty actually strong at me. I should get out.
This was a small trip only for this one item, and I already had it and I'm ready to go. Before spawning in the final boss, I decided to stack up on more golden apples. Thankfully, the Nether had a lot more gold, so I spent some time mining and preparing. I didn't want to be unprepared for this guy as the Wither was a hard battle. I had to use all of my golden apples and barely made it out alive, even though I had full netherite armor and a shield and a sword. These Nether bosses are no joke.
Got my blaze rods, got my ender eyes, and yeah, just have to get out of my base really quickly and spawn him in. That was weird. Anyway, the boss will be super epic. So, and because of that, I need to get away from my base as far as possible. You will see why, because this boss is super dangerous. He's gonna destroy everything in this world. Everything.
But as I got away from the house and on the edge of the world again, I decided it was a good spot to make the final battle. I threw a blaze rod on the ground and combined it with an ender pearl eye, and I ran as quickly as possible while the boss spawned in from behind me. It was a flaming snake. He was made out of all fire elements, and luckily I had my bow ready from my previous fight, because this guy would never land. I had to constantly shoot him from the air.
Okay, so gonna use my bow. Oh, I think I hit him the first time ever. Let's go. Oh, second time. Let's go. Water bucket for the win. I do have only one water bucket, so if I lose it, that's gonna be me, because you can see everything is on fire. It's super dangerous. This flaming snake is super dangerous. I'm just trying to hit it with my arrows and do some DPS. Oh, he hit me pretty hard. Oh, I need some water. 3 hearts, guys, 3 hearts. So just gonna eat my golden apple and actually try and retrieve my water. Retrieve this fight.
I also had a water bucket in hand because I knew that he would have some type of fire attack. Luckily, I also had a lot of arrows and was pretty good with a bow. So hiding behind some trees for cover, I just constantly shot at him without stopping.
This is so epic. This is so epic. He's actually moving from my arrows. So, like, if you guys notice when I hit him, his fires like actually move. Here, you see that? And I'm hitting him pretty good actually. Am I destroying him bit by bit? This looks super weird, but I am doing some really good DPS, so some really good damage. And his flaming attack, can you look at the world? It's on flames. I just have to hide from it. Like, it just keeps on hitting me. Look at this fire. He just aims right at me. This is dangerous. Half of his health is already gone, so I do have pretty good deeps. Let's see. Oh, what an attack. Oh, he just keeps on going. He just keeps on going. Is this even survivable? Oh no, I need a golden apple. I don't have water. I lost my water somewhere. I have no clue how I lost my water, guys.
But as I was shooting at it, I was glad I got it far away from the house as it was made from wood. And I know the clouds can catch fire too, but since we were far away from the house, it would definitely not reach me back home.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. He hit me pretty good this time, but I'm trying to hit him. Look at that attack. Oh, so much fire. That is really bad. He got me really good this time. I do have to eat my golden apples, guys, because I did lose my water, and I'm just gonna TP away from all of his attacks. Yeah, no doubt about it, guys. We absolutely have this boss in the bag. I'm just DPSing him. Oh, look at all the fire.
And as I shot my final arrows at him, he finally exploded into massive multiple flames. This fire boss was no joke, but luckily I could use all of my bow and trees as cover, so it wasn't as difficult as the Wither. But now I'm sure that the Nether creatures will stop coming into the Cloud Realm. We defeated the Fire Snake, and it's supposed to be the last one of them.
Look at all the XP, that's crazy, look at all of it. Oh, there's so much XP, I can enchant it like all of my stuff forever.
He also dropped an insane amount of XP everywhere on the ground, and I just kept collecting it. And he also dropped a very important item, an enchanted helmet on the ground. I guess he dropped it, but it had a speed boost enchant, which made me run really fast. It was really cool, and I decided to go back home now since the battle was over. And as I was standing my crops with the wither bone meal I got from fighting them at night, I reached day 100. If you made it this far into the video, then go ahead and subscribe, as that will really help me out. I hope you truly enjoyed this epic adventure, and if you want a part 2 where I survived 200 days, then drop a comment down below to let me know, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.